Ladies and gentlemen, I'm EddCase. Welcome to Base Race, my episode 0, where we're going to be going over the interesting details for this rather different month. Yes, a rather different month indeed. This is a UHC mode, safety-themed Base Race. As you can see, we've already got the UHC essentials right here. But first off, we are in the lovely house by Grandma's Gone Gaming. Grandma's Gone Gaming threw a suave and classy dinner party here in Base Race July 2018, and then you can right-click on that to visit the channel. And of course, you can go and visit all of the channels. You can go find all of the bases on the forum in the Base Race build section, and I do recommend you go and do that. There are actually quite a lot of Base Race builds over the years that we've been doing this, so there's quite a lot to go back and look at. But anyway, here we are in a 1.13 or a 1.13.1 base race. Either works absolutely fine, as I've said in the announcement video title and all of that jazz. Yes, so first off, I'm gonna draw your attention to the fact that I'm flashing red colors right now. Look at that. Look at that. That's because I've got some health on me. I've got instant health. And you get this whenever you are inside the base. So there is no natural health regeneration outside the base. But inside, you are safe. You get right back up to full health and everything is fine. So yes, this is your safety. The theme, safety. Right. Items then. So we've got quite a bit to do. Yeah, let's have a look, shall we? We've got a new block right here. This is jungle. It's stripped jungle wood. Not stripped jungle log, it's a stripped jungle wood. So yes, we need to get to a jungle. We need to go to the nether and get quartz. And, well, you can technically get magma in the overworld now, so you don't necessarily need to get that, but that's one of the choices. Need to get some, what's it called? Glowstone dust right here. So that's a thing. And anything else nethering? Yeah, we need to get some, we need netherrack for that. You need a bit of netherrack to make that. Yeah, and that's all of that stuff. So yes, you need to find a jungle. You also need to find, I think that's dark oak thingies there. So dark oak jungle, need some birch right there, and that's spruce. So a few different biomes and stuff to find. This is also brown concrete, which means you need more stuff from a jungle. You need to go and get cocoa beans. And yeah, so you've got mossy here. So you can either get vines from the jungle, or if there's a swamp nearby, or you can go underground and try and find a dungeon to go and get some mossy cobble from there. Talking of underground, we've got a fair bit of that's not iron, that is redstone to get. And obviously we've got 2 diamonds to get this. We've got 8 gold here and 9 lapis. Is that all the important things? There's a bit of hunting to do here because you need to make a bow to make this, so that's spiders. Spooters. Yeah, that's that. But an addition, something that is going to be staying since the 1.13 update, because I can do things a little bit differently now with the new commands and stuff. One of the good things about having new commands, rather than the plethora of bad things about everything changing with commands and having to update everything, is that, well, why don't I show you? See these 4 iron bars right here? If I go and grab 4 iron bars and put them in the right place right there, then it starts flashing. Hey, do you see that? It's got a little sparkle effect right above it. And that only happens if it's in the right place and if it's the right number of the right item. So you can actually see which ones you've put in and which ones are correct. So if I were to move that over there, it would stop. If I were to only put 3 into that spot, then it would do nothing. But as soon as it's got 4 in the right spot, then it flashes. And there you go. So that's a new thing, a new mechanic for Base Race from now on. So I hope you really like that. But now we can get to the really nitty-gritty stuff. So let's head on underground. Let's see, it's a... I think, is it just team leave now? Yeah, it's not scoreboard teams leave, it's team leave now. That didn't work at all. Oh no. Team leave me. There you go, it works. See? New commands. Everything's broken. Thank you, Mojang. Right. Okay, so... Hey, it's flashing down here as well. Look at that. So, which parts of base race are you playing? I'll play the whole thing or just the race stage, or I will skip to the base stage because you just want to build. As per usual, do not harvest materials from the spawn base. Do not break or create the bed. Let's try that again. Do not break the bed or create a new one. There you go. Which items would you prefer to collect/build with? So we've got the purples. We've got purple terracotta or purple stained glass, and both of them have the asterisk next to them, so you can have different terracotta or glass. But purple, that means you need more lapis, so that's one more lapis on the board, and some red dye, however you want to create that, and magma block on this side, or the cracked stone bricks on this side. So yeah, I thought this was interesting. The cracked stone bricks allows you, that has the asterisk next to it, whereas of course the magma block can't have an asterisk next to it. So these can be turned into, these are proper building blocks, let's say. Whereas magma block is just a magma block. But then you've got the purple terracotta, which could be used as, an actual proper building block, which glass can't be used in that way so much. So yeah, it's a kind of an interesting little choice here. I thought that would be pretty good. But let's get on to the stuff you all want to see. So the plus choices are right behind me. And of course, because it is UHC mode, there is no health regeneration. So the pluses have got to be pretty good. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail than usual, I think. I'm going to talk about them a little bit. But here we go, on the plus choices. To help preserve my health, I have a lifesteal blade, an invincibility bubble. That's good to say. Invincibility bubble. Or a health explosion. All right, so the things I want to say about these, all of them obviously are very good. Lifesteal blade, in fact, it isn't... If you choose this, it isn't the blade itself that is imbued with the power of life-stealing. It is actually you. You have the life-stealing ability if you choose this blade. And it also gives you a very nice blade. So, yeah, that's a handy little thing and good to know. And obviously, life-stealing, okay? That if you don't know what that generally means, it means as you hurt things, you give yourself health. That is just what life-stealing means. So that is a good way to regain some health if you've been damaged and you're away from base in the UHC mode base race. Right, an invincibility bubble. So this obviously is something to help preserve your health. It's not so much for regaining health, it's for trying not to take damage at all. There is a cooldown on this, and I will tell you right now, it is very easy to set this off by accident, and then you have to wait for the cooldown to actually use it again. However, it is a very short cooldown. So there's that. And a health explosion. I'm not going to tell you too much about what this does, but it also is very powerful. So powerful, in fact, that it has a long cooldown. It is very difficult to set this off by accident, but possible to set this off by accident, but much more difficult than it is to set this off by accident. And it's very, very, very good, very powerful. And yeah, there you go. Those are the things to help preserve your health during this UHC mode base race. So yes, but on the flip side, what kind of things are bad to encounter in a UHC mode base race? Well, let's find out. The worst things in a UHC are bow spammers, melee chargers, or nether rushers. So, for those of you, I mean, I'm sure a few of you know UHCs in general. I was very, very big into UHCs and stuff, and so these terms actually come up a lot. Not so much melee chargers, they're actually called melee rushers, really, but then you have melee rushers and then nether rushers, and I thought, nah, let's not do that. So melee chargers. Same thing, different name. But yes, bow spammers. I was a massive bow spammer, and proud, because that is what you have to do in UHC, but these are bad things. So, bow spammers, yes, whatever that could mean. I'm sure you have an inkling of what that could mean, but it's much cooler and nastier than what you might think. But it's very cool. But it's kind of nasty. But it's very cool. Melee charges, yes. The melee charges are the things that you need to bow spam against in a UHC. And it's very effective if you can hit your shots, and the melee charges then get very salty, which is always good. So yes, melee charges. Don't need to tell you too much about that. I'm not going to tell you anything, to be honest, about all these negative choices. And then nether rushes. Yes, the nether rushes in a UHC are people who go to the nether as soon as possible. Try and get there before anyone else and try and get all the goodies from the nether that could help them win a UHC. So yes, there you go. The worst things in a UHC are bow spammers, melee chargers, or nether rushes. There you go. Those are the pluses and minuses. Let's give you a shot of them right there, both on screen. Cool. Help you make your choice. And let's go on through. Welcome to Base Race. Welcome to Base Race. Me. Here I am. Okay, on the wall behind me is the Patreon reward. And my god, it is a cracking one. Really, really like this one. So yes, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about this one as well. But here we go. Usually I give you nothing about the Patreon reward, but here we go. Gary, the safety potato. Well, obviously. Gary is very concerned for your safety, and he's a potato. Yes, this is awesome. This is great. I wanted to tell you, he will follow you around. He shouldn't get in your way. Don't think he can get in your way, really. If you're in multiplayer, then you can kind of switch, like, depending on who is nearest to Gary, Gary will switch following between one and the other. So that's kind of cool. And the big thing, if you go to the nether, actually there are two big things. If you go to the nether, then you can bring him through with you, but make sure he goes and stands in the portal, and then he'll flip through to the other side. That's one big thing. The other big thing is, oh yes, if Gary ends up getting exploded, or ending up in lava, or on fire, or anything like that, he will appear to disappear. He will kind of disappear, but he will still be there. He will still be there, as you may notice, he is actually still there. I'm not going to tell you what that means. But if you relog, then he'll reappear. So he's still with you. He'll be there the entire time, in theory. That it seemed to work all okay. But yeah, anyway, this is fantastic. So I really hope you enjoy it. As usual, you may have seen it. Up in the base, there is the Patreon cap for any patrons that are $5 and above. And what else? There was one other thing, probably around the topic of patronage and stuff. What was it? Oh yes, as I did the last time, and maybe the time before that, can't remember. If you are a patron, then say you're a tier 1 patron, which is under $5, then just download the world from the Patreon page. If you're a $5, then download the tier 2 from the Patreon page. And if you're just normal, if you're a normal person and you don't support me in that manner, then just download the world as you usually would. Also, there is only one resource pack this time, and that applies to everyone. So you don't have to download a separate resource pack if you are a patron or anything like that. So yeah, there you go. Very simple. That's a cool mechanic. Hope you like that. That's going to be really useful, I think. And yeah, I think that is about everything. Make sure you watch out for, you know, all the usual, all the new things in 1.13. So be careful. Phantoms are going to be around if you don't sleep and all that jazz. Be careful of your health. This is UHC. The main thing about UHC is you preserve your health. Don't take fall damage. Don't run into battle. Just tackle things carefully. Get a shield up and running as soon as you can, and armor and all that jazz. Yeah. So there. Those are my UHC mode tips. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I've been EddCase, and I'll see you next time.